Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Spot, back again with Rachel. And today we're finally going to do part 3 of the home life video. A couple things we didn't get to talk about, and apologize it's been so long, but a lot of things have been happening, summer break, kids are home, all that kind of stuff. But we're finally getting to it.
Yeah, it's just hard for the two of us to have time to, I don't know, where there's decent light and there's not kids running around.
Yeah. So, just a couple things. First thing is, we're going to talk about driving, but that's a big one. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Someone had asked if I ever play pranks on Sam since he can't see. And I really don't. And I think it's because I'm just not a prank player.
Yeah.
Like, I have a good sense of humor, I think. I laugh, I like to cut up, but I don't like pranks being played on me. And so I don't play pranks on other people either. So, yeah, I don't really play pranks on Sam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there are times I can take advantage of the fact that he can't see, like, you know, Christmas time or whatever. If I buy a gift, it's very, very easy to sneak it into the house and put it somewhere without him knowing, and you don't really have to hide it per
I was gonna
se.
say you could probably just leave it on your dresser up in the bedroom.
Yeah,
or something.
I mean, if I just put it somewhere that you don't frequently look for things on, it's hidden.
Yeah.
So I don't know that's not really playing tricks, but that's where it can come in handy, I guess.
Now it's probably a good thing that the roles aren't reversed, because I would totally take advantage of that. I would love to prank her, but she hates it, so I don't. And then my daughter is the same way. We would probably drive her crazy pranking her all the time.
You would.
We wouldn't be married, probably.
Probably not. No. I guess the only other big topic left from like living together, household type things, is the driving or lack thereof and how that affects us.
Yeah, people had asked if I mean, obviously I don't do any driving. It's all falls on Rachel's shoulders, and people had asked if you feel
like if I resent it, or I
resentful,
feel
that's what I was thinking, yeah.
or if I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually resent the fact that he can't drive. There's definitely times I feel overwhelmed, and there's definitely times that selfishly I will feel like it's not fair. But I mean, if you look at the big picture, it's not fair that he can't see. So, I mean, reality check. That's just me being a baby. But yeah, especially with kids being involved in things. Sam's son, my stepson, is in high school and he's in marching band, and if anyone else is involved with marching band, you know it's a huge time commitment. Yeah. Huge. Well, he lives with his mom, who we all live in the same town, but she's districted in a different high school than what he would be districted for if he lived here. So that high school is not super close to us. It takes me a good 20-25 minutes to get there. So on the weekends, when he's at our house, when it's band season, I feel like all I do is drive back and forth to and from his school.
Well, and then you know, on a weekend, if you work all week, weekends you want to sleep in. Especially if you have older kids that can take care of themselves in the morning.
Yeah.
But a lot of times he has to be there early. So you're getting up early just to get there, drive 20 minutes, half an hour to get there.
Right, to take him and drop him off. And
then you come all the way back.
And
then just a couple hours later, probably have to go pick him up again.
Yeah. Right, and that's difficult. It's also difficult because I'm the one that, you know, is at work during the day. And then our daughter, Skylar, does some extracurriculars as well. And hers are usually during the week in the evenings. So there's definitely been times that I've had to rush home from work, grab her really quickly, or shove food in her mouth, and then get her back out. Whereas if he could drive, that whole process would just be much more relaxed and much easier. So there are definitely, you know, some cons to it.
Well, the other thing is that because you're at work all week and I don't drive, unless I can get a ride through the Wheels program here, and I've talked about that in other videos, to like go to the grocery store, then pretty much all of our errands need to be run on the weekend.
Right.
And so there and again, you're spending all your weekend running around everywhere.
Yeah, it's actually I think we mentioned in one of the other videos, my dad's actually staying with us right now, and that's been nice. Yeah. Because he has either run some of those errands or taken Sam to run errands, which has just been a big help. It's just one less thing that I have to do in the evening or the weekends. stuff like that. So it is like we have to meal plan in advance because I just don't have time to run to the grocery store in the evenings when I'm the only one driving and I'm taking kids places and stuff. So we pretty much do all of our grocery shopping on the weekend.
Yeah.
And then, you know, hopefully don't have to go back again during the week. I mean, sometimes I do, but we try not to.
Well, and then if you think about it, everything, you know, the car needs to be serviced. You got to schedule that on the weekend, and then that means you're taking
and I
that
just
in.
have to sit there.
Yeah, just waiting for the car to get
just
done.
sit there and wait. Whereas a lot of families would maybe, you know, if it were two working parents or whatever, you know, they would both drive there in the morning, leave the one car, the one drop the one off at work, and blah 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 blah. We can't do that. It's really, that kind of stuff can be logistically difficult. Or when both kids have things going on at the same time on the same evening, that's really hard. And we've run into that this past year.
Yeah.
Several times.
One kid can't do something because...
Yeah, either one kid can't do something or we can't attend something that Jacob is doing because I have to get Skylar here, and it's like, even though Sam's available to go, there's no way to get him from point A to point B. So that's difficult. Road trips, it stinks to be the only driver when it's a long road trip. Like, I mean, just some vacations and stuff we've taken have been a decent amount away. So
we're going down we went to Disney World a couple years ago.
Oh God, that was a nightmare.
That's like a 12-hour drive, right? And
yeah, we split it.
But still, you're doing it all by yourself.
Yeah, I was doing it all by myself. And then remember, I got really sick down there, and so I had to drive back sick.
Yeah.
So I felt horrible and had to drive all the way back. It was not fun, and I will readily admit, I become grouchy because of it, because, you know, the kids are in the back playing on phones or watching movies. Skylar pretty much watches movies the whole time. Jake will watch movies or, you know, whatever. And Sam's messing around with his phone or whatever, and I just am staring at the road. And Sam gets tired and starts to doze off, and I get mad. And I will, like, wake him up, because if I don't get to sleep, you don't get to sleep.
I'm not allowed to sleep.
And I know that's probably mean of me, but it's just one of those things that it just is that way.
And I can totally understand that, and I've, you know, I try to comply as best I can. But I'm sure you guys know, if you have low vision like me, I can only see like 10, 15 feet in a circle around me. So when you're driving, it's not like you can look off and watch the countryside going by. So I'm just sitting there pretty much staring in middle distance, not watching anything. And that gets very tiring after several hours. You're just like getting ready to fall asleep.
Well, it makes you feel any better when I'm driving. I'm not just looking at the surroundings either. I have to, like...
That's true, I know.
You know, it's not like I'm sightseeing.
You can watch the road, though.
Well, that's exciting. That
so
doesn't put you to sleep at all. And along with that, I guess another thing that I sometimes make Sam do is if I have to go pick up Skylar somewhere or something, I'll often make him go with me. Just because, number one, well, I have to go, why shouldn't you? And number two, okay, fine, I'll drive over there, but you need to run in and get her.
Yeah, and I don't mind doing that. I mean, that's not like you're making me do that. I'm fine to do that.
Oh, sometimes you mind.
Well, if I'm doing something, or I don't know, but...
Watching TV. There's a lot of times that I'll post it, not post it, but I'll bring it up to you, like, do you want to go so-and-so with me? And you're like, well, I don't want to, but I will.
There you go. I will, because I know.
But in the big scheme of things, I mean, there have been times that the not being able to drive thing has affected us. Sam, I think we mentioned in one of the other videos, there for a while, he worked doing cake decorating, and there were multiple reasons why he left that job, but I think one of the main ones was that work was getting really stressful for me at that time. We had a really high workload, and I was working longer hours, and I would have to leave by a certain time in order to get home, get him to work, and then I would have our daughter with me and have to get her dinner and everything else.
Some of those days she had Girl Scouts.
Or dance.
So
yeah, it was dance actually is what she had a lot of that time. So it would be just this mass, like, leave work earlier than I really probably should have because I had a lot of work to do, and then rush home, grab them, drop Sam off at work. Skylar and I usually would, like, go to Panera or something because it was faster than coming back home. grab dinner with her, take her to dance class, wait at dance class, pick her up from dance class, go back and pick Sam up, and then get home. So it's like my work day, you know, I maybe left work a little after 7 a.m. and then I wouldn't be home again until like 7:30, 8 p.m. And it just got to be a lot. And there got to be some days where it was just really hard for me to leave work on time. Your vision had started to decrease some too, so it was harder for you to do the work. But that was one of the big reasons why he had to stop doing that. And that sucked because...
Yeah, well, especially also because the wheels bus, I could have taken the wheels bus, except that we live about a mile from the edge of the county we live in, and wheels will take me anywhere within the county for $2 a trip, for $4 a trip, anywhere. But the place I worked was about 2 or 3 blocks past the county line.
Yeah, so it's super, super close to our house. I mean, it took us like 10 minutes or maybe to get there. Probably not even that, but he couldn't take wheels, so...
I know, and I could have even like taken it, just take me to the border, and I could probably walk the rest of the way.
But you had Skylar, we would have had Skylar with you too,
and
then
carrying
I
all
would
my
have
cake
had to
stuff.
pick her up. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. But anyway, that's one of those times where the not being able to drive thing has definitely affected us. And you know, and then there's just times that like Jacob needed to be picked up late, and I had to go get him, and Sam couldn't come with me because we had a little one asleep in bed, and you know, it's just one of those things where it does always fall on me, and there's times that I don't mind it at all, and then there's times that it's just overwhelming, and it's like, oh God, everything falls on me, and which is an exaggeration, everything does not fall on me, but sometimes it feels that way.
Yeah, and I've always felt bad about that. I've felt guilty, even though there's nothing I can do about it. And that's why I try to, even before your dad got here, try to take the wheels buses during the day, during the week, and go to the grocery store or run certain errands just to help try to alleviate some of that burden on the weekends.
Yeah.
But now that our dad's here, it's great. We go to the store. I'm going through money a lot quicker because I have a ride now, you know.
We'd be broke if you could drive.
Yeah. Not because I would just be spending on everything. I mean, I do have a bit of a shopping
Sam's a spender.
Habit, but problem. It's not a problem. I can quit anytime. But just because when we go grocery shopping, you're usually the one that pays because we're together.
Yeah.
But when he takes me, I'm buying, and so it's depleting my bank account faster than it normally does.
Plus, if you and my dad go to the store, you're gonna buy crap that I would not buy. Totally, the two of you together is not a good combo in that sense.
Yeah, we get all the junk food.
Yeah, that's totally not related to what we're talking about,
but it's basically that. You know, and then people have talked about the Bioptic driving. I just riding around in the car with Rachel, I think, okay, if I had the Bioptic glasses, sure, I could see signs and stuff, but I still would not feel comfortable navigating the cars right around me. I still don't think I can see well enough.
Yeah.
It would be scary.
Yeah, if a short child walked out in front of the car, I think that's something that you could miss. Or even
judging distance, like when we're coming up to an intersection, and we have to slow down because of the light. I many times think, well, we're coming in fast, but really we've got much longer distance than I realize.
Yeah, because your depth perception is off.
So yeah, I'd probably be pissing everybody off behind me because I'd be braking way too soon, and then creeping into the intersection. But I'm you know, like there's several people I talk to online that have been doing the Bioptic driving, and that's awesome. I'm so happy for you if you can do that. I just don't think it would be good for me right now.
No. Is that it for this?
Yeah, I think so. That was really the only couple things we didn't talk about that were really important. We kind of rambled a little bit.
If there's anything else that, you know, some other topic that you would like for us to touch on, or you have a question about something of how we work out something in our household, or you feel like we just missed something major, which we totally could have, let us know. Especially because some of what we recorded before got messed up, and so it's like, well, I think we talked about that, but it may not have actually made it out onto the video. So let us know if there's anything that we missed, and we will try to help.
Yep. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is Sam
And Rachel.
Rachel with the blind spot. We will see you next time.
Bye.